Good afternoon, folks. Jerry Stevenson, Chief Redneck in Charge at the Redneck BBQ Lab, McGee's Crossroad in Benson, North Carolina. Here today at the RBL Studios to show you guys how to make Redneck Green Goddess sauce. But before we get into that video and how I do this thing that I do to these jalapenos and this garlic mashup, I'd like for you guys to subscribe to this channel if you already have it here on YouTube. Click on that bell. That bell is the thing that lets you know when the new videos drop. It alerts you when we go live with them, which are periodically. We just throw one on randomly whenever we feel like it, whenever we get one made up. Share this with your friends too as well, please. Please share this with your friends. We're doing this for you guys to inspire you to cook with one another, to cook for your friends, your family, your significant other, and to just basically get outside and do something that may be something that, well, you hadn't never done before. So that's what we're doing here. So please share this with your friends. Of course, like the video. Leave your comments down below what you thought about this and your suggestions as to other things that you would like to see us tackle in the future. Other things meaning food, vegetables, protein, stuff like that. Not breakdancing or rapping or something like that. Because I can't rap and I can't sing and I can't dance, but I can cook, I think. So anyway, let me tell you about this. This Redneck Green Goddess sauce is something that we came up with. We had a bunch of jalapenos one time and smoked them, and it's like, what in the heck can we start doing with these besides eating them in dishes and stews? So we created a sauce that was really great with a bunch of different things, from salads to sandwiches to adding as a compliment or a dip for certain stuff. And it's a really simple thing that you can knock together real quick. You can do this while you're cooking something else, like say you're outside cooking ribs and you got a little bit of space in your smoker, you don't have a big pan or something. Grab you some of these jalapenos, grab you some garlic, do these few simple steps I'm about to show you, throw them in there and smoke them. You can always freeze it and then use them later, or you can make this sauce and freeze it and use it later. It will keep in the freezer 1 to 3 months. I mean, stuff around my house doesn't last too long. We use it up pretty fast. So anyway, let's hop into this recipe. First thing we got some jalapeno peppers here. We're blessed with abundance of them here in North Carolina. I guess everywhere can kind of get these. It used to be kind of hard to find if you didn't grow them. But we use jalapenos in lots of different dishes here at the lab. Jalapeno mac and cheese. We use it in some sides and some salads and stuff like that, as well as seasoning our cheese dips and stuff like that. And in this recipe, we're going to remove the core in the inside, the stem part that's in the inside, and the ribs and the seeds. That's where all the heat is. And we try to take as much heat out of this as possible when we make it. You can always add heat on the backside by adding a little bit of cayenne pepper into this. So that's the good thing. The bad thing is if you just leave this in here, smoke these and mash it up, it's gonna be something really, really hot. It may be too hot for some of your guests. So anyway, just remember, you can always take out, but it's hard to add in. A pro tip, and one that I hardly follow, do as I say, not as I do, is wear a glove when you do this. This is a Jalapeno Corer. You can find this online at any online retailer. Basically, it's to be able to take that stem out, that core right there that you can see. That's where all the heat is. That's where all the capsaicin is, the heat and the oil in here, and the seeds as well. There's still some residual heat left in the outer membrane, the shell itself, but you can kind of see right there, if you look down on this, that we've taken out most everything. Give it another tap or two. There's a few more seeds in there, fine. But that's pretty much it. You can just knock out some of these peppers as you're waiting for something to cook sometime. Don't let your kids do it. My mom and dad probably would. Back on the farm, it was always, if you were sitting around, it was shelling pecans or pecans or butter beans. This time of the year was beans. Boy, butter beans. Butter beans, butter beans, butter beans. I love butter beans, but Jerry hated shelling them. Or crabs. We would go out into the sound, and we would always set a crab pot when we were out fishing and out in the boat for the day. And then at the end of the day, it was always fun to go get that pot and see what we caught, you know, and I always loved it as a kid. And then when I got home, I didn't love it as much because, you know, we had to sit there and we would pick crabs. Man, I'll tell you what, You know, it was a lot different. You know, you always hear your grandparents saying that, and I guess now I'm kind of getting like my grandparents. It was a lot different back then than it is now. We used to sit around a TV and stuff and watch games and talk, but nowadays it's computers and iPads and pods and everything else. So anyway, as you can see, pretty real easy tool. Just enter through the stem side, give it a clockwise rotation, and it removes pretty much all of that stuff in there that's hot. Still be some in there, but that one's kind of being hateful, but there you go. This is ready for the smoker. One thing I'd love to point out, I didn't point out with the video intro that we had talked about with this, is this is part, this is for a lot of my vegetarian friends out there, and like it or not, you know, I'm a vegetarian by heart myself. I'm a carnivore. I love eating meat, but boy, I do love eating vegetables. So I guess you call me omnivore, but it's one of those things that you can take fresh food and prepare it in a way in a smoker to create something that's very nutritious, but also something that's not bland. You know, a lot of times vegetarian dishes get something bland, and this is one of those dishes. I'm going to show you here at the end what I do with this, one of the ways I do it. But it incorporates this barbecue, this grilling aspect in with a non-meat item. So just wanted to point that out right there for our folks out there that aren't meat eaters. So we do have some more videos as well for you. But in terms of this Redneck Green Goddess sauce, I'm gonna go ahead and throw this into a smoker. This will probably sit in a 275-degree smoker for about, probably about an hour. What I'm looking for is I want these jalapenos will start wilting, the skin will start shriveling, and they'll kind of suck in. You kind of see the skin will be wet and stuff. We're gonna look for some color on these garlic cloves that I've just knocked out real quick. They'll turn a brown color, golden brown color, and you can actually squeeze them and they'll just turn into a paste, and that way you know they're done. So anyway, folks, let's go ahead and take these outside, get them in that smoker, and get back in here, and I'll show you how to finish this dish off. All right, folks, so I'm outside here today. We're using our Traeger smoker. I've got some jalapenos that I've already cored, along with some garlic cloves that I've got here whole. We're starting to smoke these. This is the basis for that green goddess sauce that we're about to make, that redneck green goddess sauce we're about to make. Let's take a look at them. They've been in here for about an hour now. Let's see how they are. Oh yeah, you can see these, they're starting to wilt, the jalapenos here, and they're starting to give off some of the oils that are inside of them, starting to come out, and the skin's starting to get good. You can just smell it when you open this up, the jalapeno. You can see our garlic back here. It's got nice and brown and smoky, tender, ready to go. You can probably just mash it and mash out like paste in your hand. But we're gonna take these upstairs. We'll let them rest just for a little bit, just like we do our meats. We're just leave them up there and sit. Then we're gonna make that green goddess sauce. Just give you guys a heads up, this is something that we're doing right now. We're actually going to smoke some meats in here, and I always talk about, you know, smoking some stuff for later on. And we're going to make this green goddess sauce. Now that we got this hot, we're going to throw on our meat. But while our meat's cooking, we'll go ahead and make this up. We're going to use this a little bit later. All right, folks, we're back off the smoker. As you guys remember, I was coring these jalapenos that you saw me do a little bit earlier. I cored a few more along with our garlic. We got them smoked. This is the color I was talking about right here. You can see on this jalapeno where it's shriveled up and it's nice and shiny, and you can see some moisture on it. That's the stage I said it's time to pull them off. They're nice and they're subtle and soft, and they're ready to go into this Vitamax blender here real quick to make this redneck green goddess sauce. So we'll go ahead and knock those in. You can see as well we've got the garlic there. They got a little brown on some end, and the other end they didn't. That was never rotated this in the smokers, so I probably should have. I'm not going to put all of this in there. Like I said, sometimes take a couple of these out. Sometimes it's good not to put everything in there. Kind of a pro tip: leave a little out. You can always put a little bit in later. Can't take it out once you put it back in. To this, we're going to add 1 bunch of cilantro here. Go ahead and just kind of mash that in there. Go ahead and remove the top. We will go ahead as well, kind of got ahead of myself. We're going to put juice of 1 lime in there. Let's go ahead and put this off to the side. This is the one time I use this is a unitasker here, but boy, it's a great unitasker. Beats doing it the hard way, squeezing it with your hand. We're going to put 1 lime in there to start out with. This is to taste. The ingredients is the important part. As well as we'll go ahead and put in a avocado as well. The avocado is important to give it just a little bit of background, little buttery taste. It's something that I played around with before. I didn't use it before, and then I came back to it again. It's one of the things I thought that was really kind of important when we were playing around with this, trying to get this recipe just right. The avocados we're using are very, very ripe. You can use the ones that are green. I don't think they give as much flavor in this dish as well, but it's just my opinion. I will go ahead and put the top on it and put a little oil in it as well. The oil that we are using today is grapeseed oil. You don't have to use grapeseed oil. You can use canola oil. I'm going to go ahead and put about a cup in it, start blending this. Give this a little push down. Go ahead and give this a quick taste here real quick before I add salt to it. That's good. It's hot, like I like it. It's spicy. Just a little bit more salt. I think I'm going to put 1 more lime in this as well, as I get just a little bit that lime juice in the background. Not enough. I like the lime in there. Lime gives it the acidity it needs too in the background. A lot of times with oil, when you use a lot of oil, you'll get a kind of buttery, flat flavor. You know, it's just flat, just nothing there, and you add that citrus to it, and it just kind of pops, it opens up your taste buds. So let's give this another spin. Give it 1 more quick taste. That's good. Very happy with that. It's buttery, it's smooth. It's got that jalapeno, that citrus. It's also got that little pop of cilantro in it, that earthy, that grassy note. And then on the back side, it's got that heat. Just kind of creeps up on you. It doesn't hit you right, in the front, just kind of comes up in the back, opens up your palate, lets all these senses kind of get going in your head and start bouncing around your brain and stuff. Really just kind of makes for a Really great sauce. So now that you made the sauce, Jerry, what do we put it on? Well, I'll show you one of my favorite dishes, and this is one of my vegetarian dishes. Years ago, a friend of mine got me into eating hummus, and it's something that I thoroughly enjoy, and I never really had it before. And I use it on a lot of stuff, and instead of mayonnaise on a lot of stuff, you know, with turkey and hummus sandwiches and stuff like that, I use it kind of interchangeably. Yeah, I know, from the land of the South, where Duke's mayonnaise is the mayonnaise, and that may be kind of a sin against saying something about Duke's, but anyway, I do love the hummus. So we'll put a little bit of hummus on there on the bottom of this naan bread that I prepared. We'll put a little bit of some spring mix that I have here. Just regular old salad, whatever you got in the refrigerator. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. And then, normally I buy squeeze bottles, and I put this into squeeze bottles, and I'll put a little piece of plastic wrap and leave this in the refrigerator. And whenever I want something to pop on something, a sandwich or something, I'll go grab this Redneck Green Goddess sauce, take that bottle out of the refrigerator and squirt it on there, much like a kid would a bottle of ketchup. I go to this Green Goddess sauce just for this. So we'll put this on there just like this. So much easier with that squirt bottle. I have to get on my crew, my one man crew here, about not coming out here with a squirt bottle to show you guys how I do it at home. And that's a lot to put on there, by the way, but I do love this stuff. I mean, it's one of those things that when we worked on this recipe and found out that I enjoyed it so much, we've had fun playing with it. So let's see what we got here. Now, the Green Goddess sauce with that hummus, it just works together. You can take this green Goddess sauce, Redneck Green Goddess sauce, put it with the hummus, and it'd probably make a great dip for your veggies. You can use this Green Goddess sauce on a grilled portobello mushroom, would probably just blow the flavors up, and you guys may see that grilled portobello mushroom with this Green Goddess sauce here before too long. That smoked or grilled portobello mushroom, you know, with that Redneck BBQ Lab competition seasoning on it. That's that smoky, salty rub and this and that. Great, great, great combination. But for my carnivore friends out there, this would go good on chicken. This would go good on steak. I think you could dip shrimp in it and it'd be good. So anyway, folks, just wanted to share this recipe with you. It's one of these things that's versatile that you can use on stuff. It's something that you can make. It may not be primarily the reason why you get your smoker out to smoke, but maybe it's a secondary reason why you're waiting for that pork butt to cook, or you're waiting for ribs to cook, you're waiting for that brisket to cook. You guys can knock this out, put this in the refrigerator. You can freeze this as well, like I said, probably a month to 3 months in the freezer, and use this, you know, as a condiment whenever you want it. So anyway, I'm Jerry Stevenson. I am the Chief Redneck in Charge at the Redneck BBQ Lab, McGee's Crossroad in Benson, North Carolina. I'm here in the RBL studios with my friend Mike Baker from Event Webcasting, shooting these videos for you folks here to enjoy and entertain you, and hopefully encourage you guys to get out and do some of this stuff yourselves, and hopefully inspire others, like I said, just to get out there and cook. So until next time, you guys be patient, be kind to one another, smile. This world needs it. We all need it. Don't forget, getting a little point, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, YouTube channel if you're not already doing it, share this with your friends so they too can be part of this love and kindness we're trying to spread with you guys. So until next time, love you guys, mean it. We'll see you down the road.